Hi folks, Jericho back here again with tonight's producer, director, just diva extraordinaire, Charlotte Sumtimes.
Hi, I'm Charlotte Sumtimes. Hi, darling.
How are you?
I'm thrilled you're here.
You're thrilled I'm here.
I'm thrilled you're here.
I'm thrilled I'm here. This is great.
Yes.
So, gosh, well, that was the Halloween show, I think, was the first show that I came to here.
Yes, we're, and we're talking about, we're out at Rumors on Ice, which is out in Crystal City, Missouri, Jefferson County. And what was fabulous was August 2015, they contacted me about doing a burlesque show and bringing a weekly burlesque show out to Jefferson County. It was a little risky.
Well, it's a lot risky. I mean,
a lot risky.
Because we've been talking about this, and I confessed earlier that I've got a bad attitude since I moved back to St. Louis about burlesque in St. Louis, about St. Louis in general. But I've been proven wrong because there's some really great burlesque being produced here. So this far, even from St. Louis, it is a big risk.
It is, because we didn't know, once you get out of the city a little more and things get maybe a little more conservative.
A lot more conservative.
A little more, right. What would audiences think? And I was also challenged with not only burlesque, but male impersonation. Because they have a Sunday drag queen show. And I have built my career on including drag in my shows. It's very important to me to have drag in my shows.
Well, you started with drag queens or in drag, didn't you?
No, I started actually in burlesque.
Okay.
And I was...
If you don't mind me asking, how long ago?
I was 41.
41?
Yeah, so 4 years ago, and it was a bucket list item. I didn't think it would turn into anything. It was a dare. It was, can I pull this off? Let me do one show. And then that turned into so much more, and then 6 months later, I was producing Last Saturday Strip, which just blew up to be a really big show. That's when the drag queens and the kings came along. And I knew that I was a difficult fit in the business, being older, not, a traditional size, being a little wacky, doing things my way. That's all I've done in this career thus far is take risks, not thinking it would go anywhere. I mean, sometimes I thought, my God, I feel like I'm playing this elaborate joke because I am not the person who should have succeeded in this. I'm the last person who should have succeeded in this. And then it happened. Thank you. But then it happened, and then I thought, okay, what now? I can't do this forever. I'm 45 now, and the body, I'm not a dancer. I'm not any of those things. When I transitioned to producer, specializing in nightclubs, there isn't a ton of money into it. I have kids. How am I going to survive? What am I going to do? And someone in the very beginning said, you need your own nightclub. Charlotte needs her own place. And I heard that and I thought, well, that reminds me of a dream I had when I was young. I always thought I'd love to own a nightclub. I'd love to run a nightclub, which is insane to want to do anything like that. It's very hard work. And then the opportunity has come about. So at this time, this taping.
You've been talking about this a little bit. So
yes.
Spectrum, I believe, is what we're calling it.
Spectrum, St. Louis, and it came about because I was on stage at my show, and an investor happened to be there that night.
Oh, wow.
And he saw Last Saturday Strip, and he felt like it was like nothing he'd ever seen before.
You mentioned Last Saturday Strip twice. Let me interrupt the
Sure.
story. Where is Last Saturday Strip? Where can people see this?
Now it's not anywhere.
Oh, where was it?
It was at Attitudes nightclub.
Okay.
And then Attitudes changed hands. And they went in a different direction. And I tried it at a different venue and realized, this is really meant for a nightclub. It's a true nightclub show. So I put it on hiatus while this investor and I looked for a property. And we found one, and we're very close to opening that. And then a few days ago, he bought another place. So now there's two.
Like happened. Just all of a sudden.
All of a sudden, but it's really something that I've been working hard for, to entertainment direct. So I step more out of the role as producer and more in the role of finding producers, scheduling them, getting them on the stages, bringing their type of entertainment to the stages. And the two venues that we have are so radically different from one another. And it's exciting for me because I get to offer all the types of entertainment in St. Louis that I love so, so much. But I really had to start thinking about life middle-aged and beyond. You just can't keep doing this. It gets harder and harder and harder.
That's too bad because you're good at it. You're really good at it. I'm a big fan.
Thank you. It's not, I don't follow any rules. I do what's in my heart.
That's what I'm a fan of.
Thank you. I do what's in my heart at the moment, and most of what I perform echoes what's happening in my life. And when you have a weekly, it's 2 performances every week for weeks on end. And what inspired me were the drag queens. They do that nightly. How do you do that in burlesque when it's so costumed, so rehearsed, such a beautiful art form? And so that's why I kind of borrowed from a little bit of each of these art forms and informed this character. And even in my hosting, I get outrageous, I say what's on my mind. It's a character that I play. The problem is when you have this strong of a personality and this strong of a character that people get confused and they think that's the person. And they confuse person with persona. But every move I've made has been calculated. I am well thought out in what I do. It may look random, but there's a lot of thought that goes into this character, what she does, and every move that she makes. I eat, sleep, live, breathe this business.
I'm
Thank you. Thanks.
I'm excited about Spectrum. I'm very excited about Spectrum.
Thanks.
I can't wait to do our first film. You're getting my resume, whether you want it or not.
Yay! I'm excited about that, and I want you to come because we open the new venue, which will be Soulard Supper Club.
Right, that's the new one.
Total different beast than Spectrum, which will be high energy dance, show club, but young, high energy, young drag, young fun. Soulard Supper Club is more of you're going to come have an amazing culinary experience, sit down, eat, see this amazing show.
So would you say it's dinner theater, or are you doing something different?
It is theater in that I do believe drag and burlesque is definitely theater, but at Supper Club I would say it goes more towards maybe my age. You don't want a noisy, crazy nightclub. You want to sit down. I want to sit down.
I want to have a good meal.
A great meal.
I want to be entertained. I want to have some place where I can bring somebody.
Yes.
What your wife, girlfriend,
or your friends, or even yourself, and come and have a great experience with friendly service and great food, and just have a wonderful night out. But every time you come, there's something different, and that's been my philosophy. And in my shows, and like my show here at Rumors on Ice,
all very much variety shows.
Every week there's somebody different here. I love to bring all the different talent because you get your regulars and they don't want to see the same thing. They don't want to see the same costume. They don't want to see the same song. They don't want to see the same routine. So how do you keep it fresh? How do you afford to do this week after week? And you have to tap into your creativity for sure. And it's just been such a joy. I love it here. We're currently at Rumors on Ice, and I am going to be staying here, which is fantastic. Yay! It'll be every other Wednesday, and then we'll see how it goes once Spectrum opens. My roles there are strictly to deal with entertainment. I don't have to run the bars or the restaurant or any of that. So doing what I do best, and that is working with talent, all types of diverse talent, and
So
I love it all.
More the variety, more shows there are going to be
right. It's going to be a lot of drag, burlesque, dancing, variety, singers, the whole thing. But what would appeal to about 18 to 30?
Higher energy stuff.
High energy. You're going to dance. You're going to have a great time. Supper Club is more. You want to bring a date. You want to sit down. Your bachelorette parties and. My energy level too. And the thing, my partner and I are both 45. We're both the same age. So what we've done is we've talked to the youth of St. Louis to advise us on this, because a Saturday night we'd like to be at home. We like to be relaxing.
Netflix and chill.
Netflix and chill, like literally just Netflix pajamas watching Netflix. So, we have an amazing youth team to advise us on Spectrum. And then for the supper club, we have, an incredible chef, Nino D, who will steer that kitchen and get the fresh food from the market across the street and have that, quintessential Soulard experience. It was important for us to honor the neighborhood and the history of the building, and we're very thoughtful in our approach. And I think that's the thing. Charlotte can seem random and off the top of the head and this and that, and each show is like boarding a roller coaster. It really is. You don't know where you're going to go. The audience often leads me where we're going, and the mood and the vibe, and that's what makes the job at the end. Like right now, we're at the end of the show.
Right.
And I'm just drained because I tune into them. I feel them, this audience, and I go where they want to go. I'm structured to a point, but my goal is to give them an amazing evening and for the audience to say, I made the right choice. Of all the entertainment in St. Louis, tonight I am very happy that I came here. I never want an audience member to leave feeling like, oh, damn it, I should have gone to that other show. I didn't have a good time. And that's hard because you want to reach every person and connect with them. It's not easy. Hosting is a whole different beast than performing. See, I could just talk and talk and talk to you.
Or are you saying that you talk?
I'm a little shy. You may have a problem interviewing me. I may not talk enough for your liking. We may have to cut and try this again. Because I have nothing to say.
No, never. Never. Shut her up so people can perform tonight.
That's the problem when I host. Maybe I should just do a one-woman show where all I do is talk. I had a talk show. I had a radio talk show. That's what I did.
When was this? Tell us about this.
It was called The Gayborhood.
Okay.
And it was on a station called 1380 The X. 1380 was an alternative radio station, very liberal. St. Louis, liberal talk. What?
Yeah.
And I approached them and pitched them the idea, let's do a gay talk show. And they said yes. And it just took off. And a few months later, I got voted best AM talk show host in St. Louis.
Wow.
Just a few months after that. And it's something that I love doing that. And maybe one day we're going to do that again. But right now we're going to give this entertainment director club thing a shot. But you never know. I still do the voiceovers. I do voiceovers also for a living.
You do?
Yes, and I still act. I've got a commercial I'm doing in a few weeks. I love being in front of the camera.
Wow.
I get bored if I had to do the same thing all the time. It wouldn't work for me.
So you say you act. What's the actor's name if anybody wants to go looking for your alter ego?
Oh, it's Charlotte. It's Charlotte Sometimes for everything.
Charlotte Sometimes everything.
Charlotte Sometimes. That's sort of the brand, and that's who she is. And so, it's hard. I'm also a mom. I have 3 amazing daughters.
Mom Sometimes.
I am mom sometimes. And I left my career to be with them, and I thought, oh my God, how do I get back into my career again after that absence? And then the burlesque thing happened, and Charlotte happened, and then, here we are.
Wow.
And I come to the crossroads and said, okay, you know what? If this does not work out with this investor, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. It was just killing my soul. Yeah, it got to that point. All the clubs were changing hands. The scene was changing, and that's the entertainment industry. You have to learn to constantly change, adapt, and fit. New generations are coming in, and they are harder to entertain because they've got all these electronic devices. They've never been without the internet. They've never been bored. And when we're on stage, we compete against that. Mm-hmm. And
I noticed that out here, that there was a couple of people with their phones out, not many. which is unusual these days.
You know, it's something that I learned when I show directed at Attitudes Nightclub, 18 and up. We had a young audience, and the youngest kids would always be, because they can stand up for long periods of time, so they'd be crowded around the stage. And, you know, that's how I really learned how to host a show. And if you can hold the attention of 300 to 500 young people crammed into a hot nightclub, you can do
with
it anywhere.
Alcohol, with distractions from their phones and whatever else.
And fights and friends and, you know, flirting and all the thing that's going on at the same time. And that's really where Charlotte got her shock factor, because I was primarily working in drag clubs and, you know, having a show the night after some of the top queens in town. I had to hold my own. Most of the shows I did were in drag clubs, so I had to prove I belong here as a biological female and as a burlesque entertainer. And that's kind of what formed that hosting. How to host for this young generation, for millennials, nightclubs, all of that. It's a different beast. And I've been both praised and ridiculed for it. But that's being in the public eye.
Right.
Everybody takes their hits, and it hurt in the beginning. And now, that's the beautiful thing of being in your 40s. They're talking about me over there.
No, I'm talking about how I met you with the munches.
Oh! See, they're talking about me. They're talking about all the
My
secret...
hair was down to here, and it was curly as fuck. You were like, oh my god, your hair's so beautiful. I'm like, I love you, Charlotte. Yeah, I've known you for a while.
In Paris?
I forgot about that!
Oh my god, I was at O'Malley's.
Oh wow.
This was way before I started doing burlesque, wasn't it? The BDSM scene.
Yep.
Oh
I
my
was there.
God. I was so shy and so different than I am today.
I was too, don't worry. It's alright.
That just happened.
That did just happen.
And you just caught it.
Am I editing it?
You never have to edit me. I'm such the open book.
You are the open book. Okay.
Yeah. No, I think that,
O'Malley's lunches.
you know, sitting here with you now, after everything that's happened over the last few days and what's about to happen, it's kind of that moment where I go, wow, what have I done? And also, look at what I've done. Against all odds, of all the people, this one should not have made it. and I beat all the odds. It's sort of that dark horse.
So look right there in the camera. And tell me where Charlotte Sumtimes is going to be this time next year.
Crazy. This time next year, the hope is that I will have multiple successful entertainment venues to provide stages for the incredible entertainers of St. Louis and beyond, and to be happy, and to finally be happy in this business. And you know what? I've recently, thanks to the bar that we're in now and everything that's happening, I'm finally happy. And I wasn't. I did this for 4 years and I wasn't happy.
I don't care.
Finally, I'm happy.
What got you there? What put you over the top?
When I stopped caring what my peers were saying, okay? I like constructive criticism.
Sure.
But when it got nasty, it got to me. And that, because I don't know if I ever truly believed that I belonged.
What were your peers saying?
Oh, can I say? No, they called it the shit show, the Charlotte shit show.
Oh.
You know, because everything was different. I gave a lot of opportunities to new performers. I
hate to use the pun here, but they poo-pooed that? That you were helping new performers perfect their act.
The entertainment industry is harsh, and there's only so many jobs for so many people who want them.
Sure.
But there's strategy behind everything that I did, and I'm hired to make these bars and clubs money. Yes, I get paid. Yes, I can employ people. The main objective of these shows is so these bar owners make money. So the moves that I made every single one of them was thinking about their bottom line. And it may not have been in line with what everyone agreed with, but I did my job, and I did it well. I mean, you know, and I think what you have to do is stop trying to impress your peers and remember the fans. What are the fans saying? When they stop coming is when I realized, okay, we got to change some things. And I haven't been perfect. I have definitely made my mistakes, but I listened to them. I listened to the audience and the bar owners who were hiring me. And I think that's so important. I think we get very caught up in trying to impress our peers. There's a lot of one-upsmanship. And the fact is, we're all competitors. Every single one of us. We're all competing, and we're scratching and clawing to get where we need to, where we think we need to be, and hold on to it. I mean, it's been a rough road, and along the way, my life also, my personal life fell apart right in the middle of it all. So there were times I was on stage, moments after receiving just horrific news, but I would get out there and I would do my job, and nobody would know. But I was unraveling, and I made mistakes because of that. You know, so many bad things happen to me in succession, and that will break any human being. But I'm doing it publicly. So, no, I wasn't perfect in the choices that I made. But I learned, and I came out the other side. And now I love the person that I am. I love where I'm going. I love what I'm doing. I believe in me. I believe in my shows. And if anyone says anything negative, I just, you know what? You're not the one paying me. You don't pay me. You don't lay me. You don't matter. I really do listen to the fans, and I listen to the people who hire me. I do my job, and I do it to the best of my ability. And I can sleep at night now.
Right. Do you find that the people that were the loudest voices were the ones that were the least employed?
No. It was actually a lot of my peers within the industry. You know, it was tough. I was, you know, kicking down doors in a place that I maybe shouldn't have been, and doing things in a way that maybe wasn't the way that was being done, or maybe I'm overthinking it, you know, maybe it wasn't that bad and it seemed that way because my life was unraveling. So maybe it wouldn't have if I hadn't had all these disasters happening at the same time. Maybe I made too much of it. I mean, there's a lot, especially in the past 6 months, that I've spent a lot of times working on my mental health and working on me and preparing myself for what's ahead. And there's been a lot, you know, like someone who goes to the gym every day, it hurts, it's a struggle. And it's daily. But I'm on the other side of that now. It feels good. And now when I walk into a show, I used to panic backstage. What if no one comes? And what if Charlotte's over? And how am I going to hold on to this empire? And now I'm just like, I didn't have any fun. Let's have some fun. Look at me. Look at how I'm dressed. Look what I'm doing at this age. Oh my God. Can we have a good time now, please?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you know, tonight was a small crowd here.
Yes.
But they were fun.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the thing that I noticed the first show that I came to, small place. Mm-hmm. Actually, that night it was packed here. Mm-hmm. The Halloween show was packed. Mm-hmm. You were in that amazing costume that you apparently just like pulled out of your closet and threw together. Mm-hmm. It was very voodoo inspired.
Yes, Day of the Dead, kind of, yes.
Dee Dee Bang Bang was here that night.
Yes, so we decide. I love her.
And the place rocked. Mm-hmm. Everybody was having a great time.
Yeah.
But, you know, even with this smaller crowd tonight,
yeah.
You know, I mean, it was half full tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody was having a great time.
That's important to me.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's much harder to do a show in a small bar than a huge packed venue, because I am inches away from the people that I'm hosting for. I hear everything they say. I see every expression on their face. I know that I follow their moods. I'm so in tune to them. Whereas on a big stage, the lights are blinding me. Maybe I can see a few rows, and that's it. Right. This is harder. And on a weekly Wednesday in a small town, the fact that we even have people at all is wonderful. Of course, the nights when we have 80 people in here, that's awesome, because the energy. But when there's less, there is less energy, and it can be a bigger challenge for me. But I also get to know them, And at the end of the night, it's like we're all friends. And that's also important to me. I want to connect to every member of my audience if I can.
I think tonight you connected to all of them, as a matter of fact. You had most of them on stage.
That's another thing. Audience interaction, especially in a small show, is, they leave with a great story to tell their friends and pictures for Facebook. And I have to remember, not everyone who comes to these shows are show experienced. I get a lot of people who are brand new to it. And I always am quite transparent that, this is like a sampler of what's out there. But if you want to know more about burlesque, there are so many incredibly talented people out there. Go to the big shows. Go to all of them. See every style out there, because in St. Louis, we have every style.
Surprisingly, yeah.
We do. We have a huge scene here. Go.
I encountered something new tonight. Cobra, who we're going to interview here in a minute, the pageant thing, I hadn't even heard of that.
There's so much that goes on in these scenes, and it's delightful to get to hear about and honor that. And that's why I love having variety shows, because I can have a male entertainer who does pageants as a man, a biological man doing these biological male pageants. He's an incredible entertainer. I wouldn't have even known he existed if I stayed simply on the burlesque track. And, in our city, there are so many accomplished women who paved the way for me to even be here, which I wouldn't even dare attempt to do what they do, because they already do it to perfection, which is why I took the route that I did and why I continue to do what I do. This is my route. This is my choice. And now I absolutely love it. I'm done with, I'm not like this person. My shows aren't like this. No, they're mine.
It's a Charlotte Sumtimes production.
It's that roller coaster ride that you have no idea what's going to happen. And I've been lucky along the way. There are some really top, amazing talent who are like, yeah, I want to come do your show, because we're going to have this fun, no pressure, hilarious night. And it's a good idea to branch out. You gain a whole new fan base. You never know who you're going to meet, the doors that will open. It's why I want to continue coming here. I have a show out in St. Peter's. I want to continue doing that one, even though I'll have these other venues.
Where's it in St. Peter's? Let them know.
Throwbacks Bar and Grill in St. Peter's. Fantastic bar that decided, we're going to try the burlesque, we're going to try the drag, we're going to do that. And we did a mashup show not too long ago. 300 people in this bar.
300 people. Wow.
Yes, and it's like a strip mall bar, beautiful big stage, packed it, just packed it, and such a great crowd. We had top talent.
People are begging for entertainment now. They're tired of Netflix and chill.
Yeah, they want to get out. Yeah.
Going to a movie stinks because all the people are sitting around you on their cell phones. Why do you want to go to a movie and hang out with that kind of people?
I could go on forever about social networking and how I get it, and I know it's a necessary evil. But I mean, here's a great example right there. Yeah.
Hi. We're not talking about you.
Totally talking about her.
A friend of ours, what? Playing on her phone.
Playing on the phone. And, I have to and it's part of my job to promote online, but I am someone who used to say too much online and screwed up and learned my lesson, and now I have to force myself to open Facebook and post.
Really?
I'd rather live offline. I don't want to be online all the time. There's so much more I would rather be doing. And maybe that's my age. Maybe that's...
No, I think that's you. I'm the same age. I live on Facebook. I think it's just Charlotte.
It's just Charlotte. Like
But that's okay.
Yeah, right. You as a performer, you're a product, and you have to be very careful what you put out there. And so I made the decision that what I want to put out there is positive, and carefully guarding my words. And when I need to vent, I have one trusted person that I can go to, but I don't blast it anymore online. It's really like in the last 4 years, I've really grown up quite a bit. I don't know, maybe I'm boring now, but I'm
sitting next to a woman in her panties and fishnets and a very nice top over pasties, and she just called herself boring.
I even forget this is it. It's such a uniform now. It's such a uniform that I wear that it's like, oh yeah, that's right. I am like pretty much naked out here. But yeah, it's like something that you make that switch and you grow up and you get so focused on business that's something I need to do, is remind myself to have fun once in a while, because I'm just business.
I realize it's going to be a while because you're opening 2 nightclubs. Holy crap. But yay.
But yay at the same time, because I'm such a workaholic. If I'm not busy,
You're a
miserable.
workaholic. I haven't noticed that. Ladies and gentlemen, this woman doesn't stop. Let's see. So we're opening 2 nightclubs. You've got how many shows?
That I will do myself, produce myself.
That you're producing. Do you perform?
I will still be doing my shows.
Okay.
Yes.
So you produce shows. Do you perform in anybody else's shows?
Probably, if they want me.
So you're producing at least 2 shows.
Probably about. Oh God, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 6 to 8 shows a month.
6 to 8 shows a month. Okay. Performing here and there, at least.
Oh, definitely hosting, at least performing once to twice per show.
I heard earlier there's a blog.
Oh yeah, there's always a blog somewhere. It's where when I need to tell the story that's longer than what it should be on Facebook, I go there, like set the record straight. It's really fascinating to me. This job, like a lot of people, they go to work, they do their jobs. You don't know what they do. They're in an office, they do their thing, they go home. They don't have a city or a scene speculating, talking, this and that. When you hear things repeated back about yourself, you have to have a sense of humor about it, because I am the person that I am to some people is so very different than the reality, I am business. I am 100%. I will work with people that maybe I don't personally have affection for, but they're incredibly talented. I don't care. You can rock it on my stages, you bring in the crowds, you're gonna make money, I'm gonna make money, we're happy. I just don't care about that drama. This person hates this person, they won't work with this person, oh my God, okay, then it's part of my job is to know that and to be sensitive to it. But at the end of the day, if you want to come and work, I've got a stage for you. Now can we get over it and have a wonderful performance for the audience? That's what matters. I have grown up, I am boring. What are we gonna do? What should I do to shake things up now?
Let's see, how long have we been talking here?
It'll never stop.
I was going to include you in on the little video here. I think you're getting your own video. I think
I'm at my own show.
Yeah, I think this is the Charlotte Sumtimes.
Charlotte Sumtimes hashtag. Oh, and I'm sober. I can't even say my own name there. It's been a long day. It's late at night, and it's been a very long day. But I thank you for wanting to come and talk to me and come out tonight.
This is my honor, my pleasure, my treat. I'm
sweet.
I was really looking forward to having like 10 words with you, and I got maybe 20 minutes. I'm excited.
We could we can even another time have 20 hours. We could do a reality show. You follow me around day and night, and let's shop it around. I mean, my life it's not boring. We could do stuff.
I hate my current job. I didn't say that out loud.
We could do stuff.
I did mention I'm sending you my resume, right?
I hate the camera so much. I'm so uncomfortable right now talking to you. I don't want to take up your. I know. Here we go. I don't want to take up any more of your time. I want to thank you and all of you for watching, and I appreciate your interest in the burlesque arts, in the drag arts, and what this guy is doing right here. Keep supporting independent producers and independent artists, because we need it, and we thank you. Thank you. Hug. Can we hug it out?
Very quickly, before I let you go.
Oh, yes.
Where can people see you next? You're going on a trip.
Yes, I am going to Colorado, but you just follow me on Facebook. Charlotte Sumtimes, because Sums like money. I'm all about money. All about money. My blog, The Life, and Charlotte Sumtimes. I'm on Twitter. I'm everywhere. Reach out. I'm jovial. I'm jovial.
The first words I got back when I said I wanted to tape here tonight was, how can I help you? Jovial is only scratching the surface as far as I can tell.
Well, my first love is this. I went to school for media communications and did the video film thing and thought that's what I was going to do. Life took me in different directions, but I don't want to be done with this yet because I love this so much. So yeah, we should talk.
Yes, we should. I need some money. I need to make some money. Jericho sometimes.
I'm married now. I've gone the way of the straights again. It's a new husband. I'm sorry to the lesbian, to the LGBT community. It happened again. I switched over.
You'll still be able to go out with everybody.
Yeah.
Come home once a week. That's all.
Thank you all so very much. Thank you for your interest in me.
You go.
More hugs. Woo!
All right.
I feel warm and fuzzy.